Walk into just about any of the better restaurants in town today, and you can find the impact of Larry and Richard D'Amico. The brothers transformed Twin Cities food culture starting in the 1980s. Through the years, they've opened dozens of successful restaurants in the Twin Cities and in Naples, Florida. They launched the careers of some of the most successful chefs working today. At its peak in 2015, their company, D'Amico and Partners, employed 1,200 people and generated $75 million in revenue. But their careers could have gone a different way.
My mother and father were married sometime during World War II, and they had this family, and my father, he wanted to get in his own business, so he was either going to be a builder or a restaurant owner, and it turned out today I am not a builder, I am a restaurant owner. I didn't want to be, but that was the late 70s, and then by 1979 or 80, all of a sudden things changed in the restaurant business. It was cool to be in the restaurant business.
We got caught up in the food revolution, and we were lucky to be in the right place at the right time.
In 1987, the brothers opened D'Amica Cucina, the fine Italian restaurant that put them on the map.
When we received the 4-star review for Jeremy Eggers at D'Amico Cucina, that was like a highlight day. That was the biggest thing that I remember.
Next came Azur, another ambitious downtown Minneapolis restaurant specializing in the cuisine of Provence. In the 1990s, the D'Amico set their sights on a broader audience, opening D'Amico Catering in 1992 and D'Amico & Sons in 1994. Then came Campiello. Today, they operate 20 restaurants and catering venues. Each brother has his role to play.
But Richard, he builds these restaurants, and he formulates the plan, the big picture. What are we going to do? What's the concept? And then he's really good at it.
Larry focuses on the menu.
He's got a sense for food that very few people have, even though he hasn't worked in the kitchen for a long time. When he was there, when he worked in the kitchen, he'd make some of the best food I've ever had in my life. And I think he'd probably say the same thing about me on the design and concept side. So it was a perfect counterbalance where he did certain things that I didn't do, and I did certain things that he didn't do.
That brotherly love and respect carries through to D'Amico's corporate culture.
Well, we purposely set out to create a corporate culture of La Familia. Having that mindset and having it spill over to the key people, the key management people that carried it down into the ranks, has had a major influence on the success of the company. About 10 years ago, we actually spent probably 2 years developing our own book on the art of service that addressed every single thing that the customer touched from the time they first called in to make a reservation to the time they picked their car up at valet. And we still use that same document to this day.
Something else the brothers agree upon? They have no plans to retire.
And, so we love the business. So Richard said when we talked, what would I do if I didn't do this? Well, this is kind of like fun too. We look at it as fun. It's entertainment. And we always wanted to be in business. When we were kids, we used to play Monopoly. So we get to play Monopoly every day too.
In all these years, we've never really had a blowout. We don't agree on everything, but we've never had a blowout. So, except on the golf course, but that's a different story.